Hey, Delvon Digital here, and we're here with another Lightroom video. And this time we're just going to be talking about skin fixing or skin retouching, skin smoothing, whatever it is that you want to call it. But we're going to clean up skin, and I'm just going to show you how to do that in Lightroom. Now, Lightroom doesn't really have a great feature for skin retouching like Photoshop does or Lightroom on the PC does, but there's a workaround inside Lightroom that I've used on the mobile to get that nice smooth skin. So first, let's go ahead and jump straight into our image. And the first thing I want to do is go ahead and clean up the skin. So we're going to go ahead and select the healing brush. And we're going to zoom in, and you're just going to go ahead and just get all the marks, bumps, scars, or anything off the skin that you don't want. And this goes for like loose hairs and stuff like that for me as well, but we're not going to tackle all that because we're not going to sit here and spend a whole hour trying to get everything cleaned up the way I would do it normally. But I just want to give you how to do the skin. So just going to clean up any areas that you deem fit. And sometimes when it doesn't work, you just resurface that area. And sometimes I have to use the removal tool if it doesn't work, because sometimes it'll make some kind of really weird blog like look on the skin and stuff like that. See, like there, it just duplicated her nose earring. So we're just gonna go ahead and remove one of those. But yeah, and there's a little bit of the hair hanging down. So once you got that part out of the way, this video is going to be very short because this video is very easy to do in the skin. So we got that out the way already. So you're going to check the other skin, and you know, we're not going to go too deep. As I said, I wasn't going to, but this force of nature, sorry. All right, so here we go. I'm going to go ahead and click that, and then we're going to go into the mask layer. We're going to make a mask layer. We're going to mask just her. Okay. So also just I'm gonna show you a neat little trick too as well with the mask layer. Sometimes, you know, I hate that this version of it only selects like the whole entire subject, and I can't select the background. I can select the sky, but I can't select the background. But there is a way to select the background. You can just invert it and it selects the background. Found out that pretty cool feature. So yeah, now you can adjust the background lighting without touching her. Anyway, let's go back to her. So next, you're gonna go to details. Well, let's go to effects first. I like to start off with like 30% texture, like negative texture. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that around, let's say 30. I'm gonna do 36 because that's where I landed at. And then I look at the face and I was like, oh, that's pretty smooth. So now when you do that, you're smoothing out the whole entire image. So I like to bring some of that back by bringing the details back. So I go to details and bring that back. And I normally like my details at 70. As I told you in my last video, I like to start at 70 as far as my sweet spot. And if it's not too sharp, I roll with it. So now we have really nice looking skin compared to what we had before. So that's an easy way to do skin retouching on somebody to keep it natural. Now you can play with your levels of sharpening and your texture. That depends all on you. Make sure that you zoom in and you look and make sure it doesn't look unrealistic. Make sure the pores are still there, because you don't want to smooth out the skin too much where it looks completely fake like this. This is what you don't want. So you want to have a good number where it's set, where you can still see those pores in the person's skin, because that's more realistic than smoothing the pores away. So quick adjustments to this. I will go ahead and find like a let's not use a preset. Y'all know I normally just go straight to my presets. I mean, I took time to create them, and just to say that you don't want to use a preset today. So this is what I would do to try to fix this image up as a quick fix. So let's go ahead and select the subject one more time, because we can see that her hair is too dark. So I want to bring in that, and I want to, let's see what else. So this is why I don't like to not have a plan when I'm editing, because when I'm editing, it will take a while. So I'm trying to do this as fast as I can, to kind of premeditate. I like it when I'm premeditating things, but just to try to get a image out of you right now, just to see. So yeah, I mean, technically this looks good too, but I would definitely do more. So I get my linear gradient that I love so much, and I will go ahead and put that there and bring that down a little bit there. Then I'll grab another one, of course, and then I'll bring this one over here. And what I'm doing is just, you see the light source already hitting her face right here. So I'm just kind of adding to that to give it a little bit more oomph in there. And I bring that up, and then of course it's like golden hour almost. So we're just gonna go ahead and bring that color in there, and they're just gonna find like a sweet spot where it hits her face, and they're just like that. Then the overall picture, I'm gonna add a little bit more contrast to it. Now, sometimes I feel like, oh man, she's just too orange, and if that's okay, because now you can go back into your color mix, and then you can go to your oranges, and you can just bring those oranges down to saturation a little bit, and then add a little pop to her skin right there. Yeah, I don't touch the hue at all. That's only when I'm messing with backgrounds. So now we are going to go mess with that background and see what can I grab from that background. So I'm going to select the subject again. Then I'm going to go invert it like I told you before. And then I'm going to see what happens if I bring it down. Will she pop more, or will she look fake? Because one thing you don't want your subject to do is look fake in the background. All right. Nope. Maybe the golden look. I'm feeling the golden look more than I'm feeling the blue look. And let's go ahead and zoom in and make sure there we go. All right, so I think I'm satisfied with that a little bit, but that gradient, I'm not sure about the gradient over here anymore. So I can go back and I can adjust this gradient a little bit. I'm just pull it back a little bit. Sorry, wrong button. I'm just gonna pull it back just a little tad and go from there. And let's go to my, let's go to just a little bit of clarity, just a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. And then you have that and that and that. And I feel like I do want more details in her hair before I finalize this image. So I'm going to go back to my mask, and this time I'm just going to use a brush because I just want to like tackle just this, really just this one area right here by itself. I don't want to like grab onto anything else, just that small area. So I'm going to go back to the light, and I'm going to bring the shadows up on that a little bit. Let me zoom in so I can make sure it ain't too much. Yes. Yeah. So therefore, boom. So now I'm more satisfied with that. So from that to that to that. And that's pretty much how you touch up the skin. And, you know, I'm sorry I just gave you a little video of editing this as well, but I just couldn't help it, couldn't resist or whatever like that. But, you know, theoretically, if I like this preset, I will go ahead and save this as a preset. I'm just going to say test. And sometimes if you want to keep the lighting, the masking that you did, you can go right here and click on masking. Sometimes I do that, sometimes I don't, but in this case I'm not. So now I got this preset. So now if I was to go back to this original image right here where we started, now when I go here, I can find my preset that I just made, test, and then go right back to, I forgot to save the masking. That was my fault. In this situation, I should have saved the masking because it did everything else but the masking that I've created or whatever like that. But you get the point. So sometimes it's, you know, it's okay to keep it, but I don't keep the masking a lot because it's not going to be the same for every image as far as the light and where I'm going to place everything. So I don't keep it. I should have kept it for this, but anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. This has been Devon Digital, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.